Hello everyone, in this video we're going to review AP Pre-Calculus topic 3.13 Trigonometry and Polar Coordinates. Question 126. The location of a point in the plane is given by polar coordinates 7, 5 pi opposite. Which of the following gives another representation for this point in the polar coordinates? Now you have the formula. If you given the polar coordinates are comma beta. Now if you add even pi to the angle theta right here, the radius stay the same. So it's still R. Now the angle change theta plus or minus k 2 pi, right? Where k is an integer. This one represents even pi, right? So which means you have 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, etc. right? Now if you given the polar coordinate of theta, you add the odd pi to the angle theta right here. The radius becomes opposite, which means negative r, right? And then angle theta equals where k is an integer. Alright, which means you have pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi, right? So this one is r pi, right? Alright, so to do this problem, I'm gonna add or subtract 2 pi, and I'm gonna add or subtract pi, right? So first I have 5 pi over 6. I'm gonna add 2 pi, right? So it's gonna be 17 pi over 6. It's not here, right? Now if I subtract 2 pi to see what happens. So it could be negative 7 pi over 6, right? So if I subtract 2 pi, I get negative 7 pi over 6. It's right here, right? And then look at the formula right here. If you add or subtract even pi, the radius stays, right? So radius is 7, it's still 7, so the answer must be C. Now, if you add or subtract 2 pi and you still don't see the answer, and then you're gonna add or subtract pi to figure out the answer, right? Now, question 127. I have the angle pi over 2 right here, so I write pi over 2 here. I'm gonna add 2 pi, right? And then pi over 2, I'm going to subtract 2 pi, right? For these two cases right here, radius stay, right? Now, I'm going to simplify this one. It's going to be 5 pi over 2. And look at the answer choice right here. I don't see 5 pi over 2, so this case doesn't work, right? Now, this guy becomes negative 3 pi over 2. Right, I look at this one, I see that negative 3 pi over 2 right here. But it say the radius stays, right? Radius 1, so it's still 1, right? But it's negative 1, so it's not the right answer, right? Now, I'm going to add or subtract pi, right? So pi over 2, add pi, right? Pi over 2, subtract pi. In this situation, the radius is opposite, right? Now, this guy becomes 3 pi over 2, right? So I look at this one, I see that 3 pi over 2 right here, right? But the radius is opposite, right? Radius is 1 right here. It becomes negative 1, right? But it's still 1 right here, so this is not the right answer. Now, this guy becomes negative pi over 2, right? So negative pi over 2, I got this guy and this guy, right? But the radius is opposite, right? So it becomes negative 1, right? So this is not the right answer. The answer must be A. Now question 128, similar, right? So I have pi over 3 add 2 pi, right? And pi over 3 subtract 2 pi, right? You're gonna check for different cases. And pi over 3 add pi, right? And pi over 3 subtract pi, right? This radius stay, right? This one radius is opposite, right? Now, I'm going to simplify this one. It's going to be 7 pi over 3. It's not here, right? So this is not the answer. This guy becomes negative 5 pi over 3. Right? I check this one. It's not here, so this is not the case, right? Now, this one becomes 4 pi over 3. It's right here, right? So, radius must be opposite, right? Radius is negative 2 right here, becomes positive 2. So, the answer must be D. Now, question 129. We need to convert the polar coordinates to the rectangular coordinates. So, we know that S equals R cosine theta, right? Y equals R sine theta, right? And R equals square root of S squared plus Y squared, right? Now, we're going to substitute values, right? Radius is 2, 7 pi over 6 is theta, right? So I need to solve for S, right? So S equals 2 times cosine of 7 pi over 6, right? Now, cosine of 7 pi over 6 is negative root 3 over 2, right? So 2 times negative root 3 over 2. So it could be negative root 3, right? Now I need to eliminate C and D, right? Now Y equals 2 sine 7 pi over 6, right? So it could be 2 times sine 7 pi over 6 is negative 1/2, right? And then it turns out to be negative 1, right? So the answer must be A. Now question 130. S equals R cosine theta. Substitute values. This is R and this is theta, right? So it could be negative 1 cosine of 5 pi over 3, right? Cosine of 5 pi over 3 equals 1/2, right? Negative 1 times 1/2. So it's going to be negative 1/2, right? I need to eliminate B and C. Now Y equals R sine theta, right? So it could be negative 1 sine of 5 pi over 3. So it's going to be negative 1 times negative root 3 over 2. So it could be root 3 over 2. So the answer must be D. Now question 131. This is R, this is theta. So S equals R cosine theta. It's going to be negative 4 cosine of negative pi over 2, right? Because the cosine function is even, then negative 4 times cosine of pi over 2, right? Cosine of negative S equals cosine S. Sine of negative S equals negative sine S. So keep that in mind. Alright, so cosine of pi over 2 equals 0. So the answer equals 0, right? I need to eliminate A and B. Now Y equals R sine theta, right? So it could be negative 4 sine of negative pi over 2, right? So it's going to be negative 4 times negative of sine pi over 2, right? Because the sine function is off, right? So we're going to apply the formula right here, right? So it's going to be 4 times 1, right? Sine pi over 2 equals 1, so the answer is 4, right? So the answer must be D. Now question 132. We need to convert rectangular coordinates to the polar coordinates. So we're going to do back work, right? Now you have the formula r squared equals s squared plus y squared, right? And then if s greater than 0, then you have angle theta can be calculated as tangent inverse of y divided by s, right? If s less than 0, and then angle theta can be calculated as tangent inverse of y over s, and then you need to add pi, right? So keep that in mind. Now we're going to apply this formula, right? So we need to calculate radius first. So radius square equal s square plus y square, right? So it could be negative 2 square plus 0 square, right? So it could be 4, right? Now take square root both sides, so radius equals plus and minus 2, right? Now we're going to use radius equal to first, right? So look at this one, s equal negative 2 less than 0, so theta equals tangent inverse of y divided by s, which means 0, right? And then you need to add pi, right? Tangent inverse of 0 equals 0, so the answer must be pi, right? So you have the coordinate point radius equal to comma pi, right? Now look at the answer choice right here, it's not there, right? Now you need to add or subtract 2 pi to see if you have the answer, or add or subtract pi, right? It's similar to the previous question. Alright, so now if I add 2 pi, so I have pi add 2 pi, it's gonna be 3 pi. It's not there, right? So it's wrong. Now pi, I'm going to subtract 2 pi. It's going to be negative pi, right? So negative pi is right here. But radius must be positive, right? Because when you add or subtract even pi, the radius doesn't change the sign, right? So this is not the case. Now, next one, you're going to add pi. It turned out to be 2 pi, right? And then you need to change the radius to be negative 2. So negative 2 and 2 pi. The answer must be C right here. Now question 133. A complex number is represented by a point in the complex plane. The complex number has the rectangular coordinates negative 3 and 3. Which of the following is one way to express the complex number using its polar coordinates or theta? In the complex plane, the polar coordinates can be written as r cosine theta plus I r sine theta. So keep that in mind. Alright, so basically you need to calculate radius first, right? Now you have the radius equals square root of s squared plus y squared. Right, so it could be negative 3 squared plus 3 squared. It could be 18, right? So then it's going to be square root of 9 times 2, right? Now 9, you can bring it outside. It turns out to be 3 root 2, right? So you can eliminate the answer B and D because the radius is wrong, right? Next one, you need to calculate the angle theta. It's going to be tangent inverse of y divided by s, right? So it can be tangent inverse of 3 divided by negative 3. So it's going to be tangent inverse of negative 1, right? So it could be 3 pi over 4. So the angle theta equals 3 pi over 4, right? The answer must be C. Now question 134, similar to question 133, right? I need to calculate the radius. So radius equals square root of s squared plus y squared, which means 1 over 4 plus 3 over 4, right? So it's going to be square root of 4 over 4. It's going to be 1, right? Now, angle theta equals tangent inverse of y divided by s, which means negative root 3 over 2 divided by 1 half, right? Now I need to multiply the top and bottom by 2 right here because I see denominator has 2 right here. So this cancel out, this cancel out. The answer must be tangent inverse of negative root 3, right? So it's going to be 5 pi over 3, right? So angle theta equals 5 pi over 3 and radius equals 1. The answer must be C. Now let's move on to question 135. Given the complex number in the polar coordinate form, right? Now we need to convert this one into the rectangular coordinate x and y right here. Alright, so we need to use the formula s equals r cosine theta, right? Y equals r sine theta, right? Now this one means s, this one means y, right? So you have 3 cosine of 5 pi over 4. Alright, so it's going to be 3 times negative root 2 over 2. So it could be negative 3 root 2 over 2. Now y equals r sine theta, which means 3 sine 5 pi over 4. So it could be 3 times negative root 2 over 2, right? So it could be negative 3 root 2 over 2. So the answer must be A. Now let's move on to question 136. It's going to be the same thing, right? So I have S equals R cosine theta, right? This one is S, so it could be 4 cosine of negative 2 pi over 3, right? Because the cosine function is even, right? So this guy turns out to be 4 cosine of 2 pi over 3. Keep in mind the cosine function of s is even, then cosine of negative s equals cosine of s. The sine is odd, so then sine of negative s equals negative sine of s, right? So keep that in mind. Right, so cosine of 2 pi over 3 equals negative 1/2, right? So it could be 4 times negative 1/2. Right, so it could be negative 2, right? Now y equals r sine theta, right? So it could be this one right here. 4 sine of negative 2 pi over 3, right? Now the sine function is odd, right? So this guy turns out to be negative 4 sine of 2 pi over 3, right? So this guy turns out to be negative 4 times root 3 over 2. So it could be negative 2 root 3, right? So x equals negative 2 and y equals negative 2 root 3. The answer must be B. And it's good time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand